Hey everyone, it's Mackenzie Carell from the home office. Just wanted to take a few minutes to go through with you the basics of getting started on MailChimp. You can use MailChimp for email newsletters or other campaigns to send out to your fitness center members. I use them for the monthly e-newsletters that you receive, and also for any type of campaigns we do in the business development team, such as monthly newsletters to our affiliated partner vendors. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over so you can see my screen. And to get started, it's very easy. You can create a free MailChimp account. You just go into sign up for free, enter in the default email address that you're going to use, the username, and create a password that you'll remember. You want to do this for something that you can use as a team from your fitness center. You can see that I have Caitlin Grove's email in here because I just set up an account for her earlier on today. Once you do that, you're going to get a confirmation email from MailChimp.com to activate your account. You need to follow that email's instructions before you can do anything else. So I'm not going to set up any other accounts right now, but if you need help with this, go ahead and email me and I can help you. Instead, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log into our home office account so you can see my dashboard, and I can take you through creating a campaign, importing lists, and reviewing analytics through your reports. So this is my dashboard. It gives me a glimpse at the analytics for my most recent campaign, which was last month's e-newsletter. It was supposed to be for August, but I forgot to change the subject, so it came out saying Elevation e-News July. I apologize for that. I'll go into the meaning of these numbers in just a few minutes, but where I want to start actually is where you most likely will start by importing your first list. This is your list of contacts that you want to mass email. So here you can see I have a few already set up. All of our employees are listed under Elevation e-News. I also have one for the business development team. I have one for my contractors and one for the advanced exercise reps. If you want to create a new list, what I recommend doing is first having your list set up in an Excel spreadsheet. Then what we're going to do is hit this button, Create List. You want to give your list a name. And I'll just say that's Elevation Employees. Your default from email, this is what your campaigns will default to, stating that the email is from whomever. Since this is going to be a list going out to all of you, the employees, I'll say it's coming from me. Default from name, I'll say is from home office, because typically if you're getting an email, a mass email from me, it's with updates from our home office. Remind people how they got on your list. So here, if you're using MailChimp to send out updates or newsletters to your members, you might want to say that here you are receiving this email because you are a member of blank fitness center. So you also have the option of once you've created lists or campaigns, you can recycle your reminders. So I'm just going to use this one that I created for the e-newsletter. You want to make sure that you have your contact information also. This way people know how to reach you in other ways aside from your email address. Haley brought to my attention I needed to add on EP4 for lower level 8. Okay. And then down here, notifications. Now this says it's going to Jay Widener because Jocelyn was the one to originally set up MailChimp. But anyways, notifications are to send you updates on any activity that's going on with your MailChimp campaigns. I don't want to be inundated by these emails, so I'm just going to do a daily summary. So I'm going to save that. And now I can import my subscribers. Your subscribers are your contacts. So I'm going to add subscribers by going here into the drop-down menu, import subscribers. And as I said, the easiest thing to do is to copy and paste from an Excel file. So do that. Now I'm going to open up my Excel file and, oops, sorry about that. I'm going to open up my Excel file and I'm going to select my contacts that I want to import. And we'll just go with that. Copied them, come back over here. This right here, that's just suggested organization, but I can really just copy and paste it how I had it organized in. For some reason that didn't copy. Do that again. See? I'm just going to paste it in the same way that I had it from my spreadsheet. Copy. There we go. Hopefully this works. For some reason it's not working. Bear with me for 1 second here. That, copy. There we go. Now this here is just stating that you are limited to a certain amount of subscribers on your free plan. Once you reach that limit, it will notify you that you need to upgrade in order to add any more. If you do reach that limit, make sure to contact Cheryl and Sandy before you add in any type of billing information, get their approval first. I know that Playa Vista had to do this already. All right, so here it recognizes that there was some information that it couldn't nicely organize into its set format. So I have the option of naming my own column, and we'll just call that name. Save and save. And we go to next. And everything looks good, so we're going to hit import. And now I have 13 subscribers in this list. So I'm going to go back to my main dashboard. And now I want to create a new campaign. If I click on campaigns, I can see all of my prior campaigns. I have the ability to either create a brand new one by going to this button, create a campaign. And I want to do just a regular campaign, which allows for me to customize, make it colorful, add in images. It uses HTML. And now I want to select which list I'm sending it to. I'm going to send it to the Elevation employees. Hit next. I'm not going to go through the full process of creating a pretty campaign. I'm just taking you through the basics. If you have specific questions about how to adjust formats, then first I would recommend playing around with it, as I believe that's the best way for you to learn. If you have further questions after that, then we can definitely set up a meeting where I can take you through it. You're going to name your campaign, and this is just for your organizational purposes, so name it whatever you like. We'll say this is just September campaign for training. Email subject, this is what your subscribers are actually going to see in their email inbox. All right. Now the from name, because I selected that list, Elevation employees, it's defaulted to the from name that I had already pre-designated, as well as the from address. Tracking, it has some default tracking options. You can click some additional ones such as Google Analytics. This will track clicks if you have any clicks to your website that is already set up with Google Analytics. Also, you can set up social media. So if you have a Twitter account for your fitness center or a Facebook page for your fitness center, you can link those by connecting to Twitter and Facebook, and it will. I chose not to do that. What I will typically do is I will get the link to the email and post it in our Elevation closed group, and that's how you see it on there. So click next, and now you get to select your format. As far as email campaigns go, you want to make sure you have a good balance of images and text. Anything that's too lengthy in text, you tend to lose people more quickly. And you also want to make sure you're using the images from our royalty-free image library. So here I am just going to go ahead and select this first column. These are basic formats. The great thing is, even if you select one of these, you have the ability to customize it once you're in. Disclaimer, I apologize for the sounds of the dogs in the back. So here's your basic format. You have some things that you can customize in here. Up top, you have use this area to offer a short preview. You'll recognize this as being, when you open your email inbox, you tend to have a very brief preview of what the email is about. You want to make this captivating for your audience so they are inclined to open it. To edit, you would just click, and then you can change your text here. You can change your font, the color of your font. If you want to add in images, you can click on that image. You would browse. It'll take you to your library. If you have a new account, your library is going to be empty. So you would have to upload from your personal computer or your work computer. Select your image and upload. You can also import from a URL, although you should not be doing this because, again, for sending out any type of emails for marketing, you need to be using our royalty-free images that are all hosted on ShareFile. So it takes a few seconds to upload. Once you've uploaded it, you can edit your image. You can resize it by clicking the edit link. You can add filters to it, add text over it, change the orientation. Again, just play around with this so you can see all the capabilities that you have. If you wanted to see what your format looks like in a preview, you can enter a preview mode, and it will show you what it looks like by email and also on a mobile device. Close out preview. We'll save and close here. If you want to add other elements to your campaign, you can do that. So say you want to add in, let's do a button. I've done this for the podcast. You can add in a button there, change it. If you wanted to link to something that people can download, you would just type some text, highlight the text that you want to create as your link. And here, you're just going to change what you're linking to from a web address to file. I can filter my library. Again, as a new account, you're going to have an empty library, so you would have to update or upload it first. And this is, I want to have someone download our client and services info. So insert that there. Great. All right, so again, very plain. As I said, you want to experiment to make your own campaign. Once you're done, you're ready to send it, hit next. This is going to give you a check mark list of things that you've completed. Here it says the default header content has not been edited, so I need to resolve that. Again, that's your preview to tell people what the email's about. Latest company updates. Keep you informed. All right. So now I have all my check marks. Social cards is not required. It's just recommended. So it just notifies you that it's not enabled right now. I have two options down here. I can either send now or schedule for later. This is great for if you have a designated time you like to send out newsletters. You can schedule this to be sent out in advance. If you choose to send now, you'll hit this button, and this window will pop up, making sure that you are absolutely ready to send. I'm not going to send this because I don't want to flood your inboxes with this actual email. So that's creating a campaign. I'm going to save and exit and go back to my dashboard. Lastly, I just want to show you your reports. So say I go to my campaigns, I want to view the performance of the most recent e-newsletter. So I'm going to click on this. I have a brief preview of the e-newsletter. I see that it was delivered on Friday, September 4th, delivered a little late, even though it was for August, and it was sent to 73 subscribers. So we'll go ahead and open that. Gives me a preview of what it was. And I can click View Report here. I see that 52% of our subscribers opened it. If I want to see specifically who opened it, I would come down here to this column, says 35 opened, and now I have a list. This is great for your newsletters because you can go in here and see which of your members opened the newsletter, and then you can do follow-up with them. We do this with our newsletters that we send out to Advanced Exercise. So let's go back to the report. We're going to go to Overview. Your clicks, this is for anytime someone has clicked on a link within the newsletter. So here I had a couple of different links. I had links to templates and links to employee bios, as well as a few websites. This just allows you to see where your audience is going. Again, great for follow-up. And then bounced, this allows for me to see who did not receive the email newsletter. So these are people that I would probably want to remove or just double check and make sure I have the email address correct. So that is really the basics of MailChimp. One last thing I can say is an easy way to make your campaign, especially if it's a monthly newsletter, something you do consistently and you just want to reuse the format, you can duplicate or replicate by going to that campaign, selecting the drop-down menu, and then replicate. I hope this training was helpful. And if you have any questions, please just send me an email at m.correll@contactelevation.com.